Hey there, quick announcement. I have an online course that you can enroll in now. Follow the link in the description of the video and I'll tell you more about the course after this. Alright, so in this lesson, we're going to be going over 10 basic states. So states of consciousness are basically moods or feelings or experiences that we move in and out of depending on how the day's going. And we can go through many different states at different times throughout the day, week, month, or year. Now, these are basic states which are beginning in our childhood. We're very young, very just a toddler when we start to experience and be able to recognize these states. But of course, they stay with us for the rest of our life. They are things that are always there and they return at different times. So spelling these out, making these clear is absolutely foundational for being able to recognize how you are. And you'll be surprised at how tricky it can be to not be clear on what exactly it is that you're feeling. So let's go through these 10 basic states. The first one is tired. I am tired. Now, this one can often get mixed up with being exhausted or worn out. So tired can mean you've not had enough sleep, or tired can sometimes be meaning that you're exhausted from being worn out, which are two different things. So tired is one of those ones that can be a little bit tricky to differentiate. Next one is sleepy. Sleepy is very similar to being tired. Sleepy is actually that moment that you're starting to feel like you need to go to sleep. Now, you don't necessarily have to be tired in order to be sleepy. That's the funny thing about being sleepy, is that you actually naturally become sleepy when you naturally need to sleep. And you can have that state, you can have that experience without even being tired. A lot of the times we would say, I don't need to go to sleep. I don't feel sleepy because I'm not tired. Well, actually, one of the ways in which you can have a healthy sleep pattern, a healthy sleep relationship, understanding of sleep, is by knowing that feeling sleepy is different to feeling tired. Okay, next state. Confused. I am confused. Now, a lot of the time when we are confused, it's in a personal conversation that we're having with someone. And it's when they are trying to convey something, some information or an understanding, which they're not quite getting across. And they're trying to get it across in such a way that is not leading to any clarity. Now, if you can identify confusion as its own state and recognize it as this thing that is smaller within your larger experience, you can find clarity immediately just by saying, I am confused. That can actually go a long way from being able to just stop and say, how do I need to look at this with clarity? How do I need to understand this? Now, confusion's another one because it's funny for another reason, because we even have this thing where you can fake confusion. There is such thing as putting on a kind of confusion where you're not really confused, but you're actually acting confused because there's something else that you don't want to face, which might be the thing that you're finding out about, or the person that's communicating with you, or any other number of reasons. So fake confusion is a very interesting phenomenon. And we do that with family members, we do that with friends, we do that with co-workers. So a lot of the time, we say, I am confused, when really we're not. Now, next state, number 4, impatient. Hurry up. Now, with this one, it's different to the other ones that we've been talking about so far in that you often don't say, I am impatient. We usually project our impatience onto someone else. You're being slow. You're not being fast enough. You're not giving me what I need right now. You're not doing your job properly. You're not following the system. You're not following the rules. This sort of thing, right? This is just impatience. And when you're feeling impatient and you just say, I am impatient, and if you can say that and recognize it, then it immediately takes the edge off it, right? But the thing is, we have this feeling, we have this state which we don't want to recognize, and we put it out onto the world and the people around us. Okay, the 5th state, happy. I am happy. Do you remember what it was like to be happy as a child? Did you have a happy childhood? And can you sense what it's like to be happy now, as an adult, as who you are now, after all that you've lived, after all these many years since childhood? And can you see that the things that make you happy are very different now to when you were in your childhood? And what you think will make you happy now is really, well, that's a point of contention. And can you see how often you would say, I am happy. I feel happy. How often would you tell that to someone? How often would you say that to a friend or a family member or a co-worker? Next one, perhaps in a kind of juxtaposition to happy, sad. I am sad. Now, sad is its own thing. It's not trauma. It's not grief. It's not humiliation. It's not embarrassment. It's not depression. It's not tiredness or sleepiness. It is sad. I am sad. And maybe we're splitting hairs if we say melancholy or nostalgic or sad. There's different ways in which we can use these words to create an intricate understanding of our emotional intelligence. But to just stick with sadness, hey there, thanks for checking out this preview. As I mentioned before, I have an online course where you can access the full episode, the full talk. Follow the link in the description of this video to enroll today. And you can also see some of the other comments from the students. It's hosted on a wonderful platform called Udemy. So Udemy is one of the biggest online educational platforms in the world. It's all video content, lots of talking head content, and I've got a number of courses on there. And of course, this preview here is a part of the course that you can enroll in. So follow the link in the description of this video. You can watch more previews. Udemy has a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can see how I've got ratings there. I've got thousands of students. You can read the comments, hear what people are saying about the course. So go ahead, check it out and enroll today. I look forward to seeing you there.